Football Talk, rather, talked about the first game for Watson and what they saw.
In terms of his on-field play, he was bad, and he was not good. So that's what I expected after him not playing, as we've been saying, for 700 days. I mean, 12 of 22 for 131 yards. This is the one interception he threw right there in the middle of the end zone. Just didn't see the safety at all who's playing in the middle of the field, and I don't know who he's throwing to there. So, look, I mean, this is a move that the Browns made, not just for 2022, but for, you'd like to think for them as an organization, the next 10 years, right? This is the franchise quarterback that the Browns have not really had since Bernie Kosar. And there's been a lot of guys who have come in and gone from that building that have not been able to be that. So, I mean, people were writing out of Cleveland like, oh, man, Deshaun Watson's got to improve quickly for the Browns to have chances. The Browns season has been shot since he agreed to the 11-game suspension. So I don't really know what everybody's expecting, but this, to me, has always been the lost year for the Browns. Can Deshaun Watson get himself to playing at least a mediocre level so he can go into the offseason with some positive energy? That, to me, is what the Browns have to figure out over these last few games.
And it really is a strange situation overall. He won't talk about any of the non-football matters on advice of lawyers and clinical experts.
And, Casey, I'm going to push back on that last part. And folks that watch the show know I respect Mike Florio, but he's not supposed to talk about that stuff. He's supposed to talk about football. All that other stuff now, he's got to focus on football. And I think the Browns probably viewed it as a stretch when they found out it was an 11-game suspension to keep competitive this year.
Yeah, but even with that in consideration, if this team just hit their layups earlier in the year, we're not feeling the same way. They left so many wins on the table in those first 6 that it's like if you just hit 2 of those, we have a different, whole outlook going towards these last 5 games. The Browns need him to have his blinders on. He can't be worrying about the off-field stuff. He has to worry about the on-field stuff right here, right now, because it's happening. These are live bulls that are flying, and you can see the game was coming at him fast last week, and it takes a while for that to slow down. So that's what they need him to do, and to do that, they're going to need 100% focus out of him.
Yep, and they're also going to need the defense and the special teams to play pretty well.